This week, we find out about some exciting new things coming to the Artegon Marketplace.
And then we get spooky one last time this year with Magic City Mayhem.
We'll also have the latest theme park news and more coming at you
right now.
This week's show is brought to you by MEI Travel, our preferred travel agent for Disney World, Universal, cruises, and all your vacation planning needs. For a free quote with no obligation, visit MEItravel.com.
Undercover Tourist is our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Florida and California theme parks and attractions. For the best deals and planning tips, go to undercovertourist.com or find them on Facebook and Twitter.
Fun Spot America is Central Florida's only family-owned theme park, offering 2 locations, Orlando and Kissimmee. Both theme parks provide safe, clean fun. For more information, visit fun-spot.com.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the show. I'm Banks.
And I'm Elisa.
So Twister at Universal Orlando closed for good
It
this
has
past
closed,
week.
but I saw an epic picture.
Epic picture. We had a meet up there. We invited people, and there was also people there on their own, but great group photo of people dressed up as Bill and Helen from the attraction. I had a blast there. It was always bittersweet to say goodbye to an attraction, but Twister for me, the movie's in my top 5. I love the movie to death, and I love that attraction. One of the last few physical sets, like practical effect attractions out there. Now it's gone. Did you ever? I'm sure you've done Twister before.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's always one of those like get out of the heat. There's never usually a very long line, but it is also really fun. And then, the wind, that feels nice too. I like that. They have really good effects. But now we'll make way for Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but in Twister, to the last seconds, was always still a 10-minute wait. There was not, even on the last day, it didn't really get very long. So, but, say goodbye. With almost 20 years it was here, so bid you farewell, Bill Paxton. But there's still a lot of cool things coming up here in Orlando with News in the Queue. First up this week, the 3rd annual celebration of Harry Potter is returning to Universal Orlando in January.
The 3-day weekend event will take place January 29th through 31st, and it will feature an array of experiences.
All general admission park guests will have the opportunity to attend Q&A sessions with the stars, participate in interactive and unique exhibits, and enjoy panels and demonstrations featuring various aspects of the Harry Potter stories. Did you get to go to any of the first 2?
I have yet to go to one of these events.
Oh, they're so much fun. It really is. It feels like it's Universal's version of Star Wars Weekends at Disney.
Exactly.
Celebrating a film like a film series, stars from the film there. It's just, I love it.
And the fan base for Harry Potter is so huge that why not have this every single year?
Agreed. With the Wizarding World being at Universal and then Fantastic Beasts getting ready to come out and expand the universe, Harry Potter fandom is going to go on for a long time, probably as long as Star Wars, I'm sure.
Yes, and it's always fun to see when the stars are here in town because they go to the different parks, and you never know where they're going to pop up.
They'll pop up. The stars, they haven't announced who's going to be here for the 3rd annual celebration. I'd be willing to bet, though, that the twins and Ivana will be here. They seem to come to Universal on the drop of a hat for anything. They must love the park. Actually, I think one of the twins says that he loves the Simpsons area. He loves going there and having a Duff beer and a donut. So I'm sure he'll want to do that.
Yes. Universal Orlando guests can be part of a special taping this weekend.
This Sunday, November 7th, the 2015 Nickelodeon Halo Awards will be filming a performance by alternative pop band Walk the Moon.
Hosted by Nick Cannon, the Halo Awards honors young leaders from across the country.
The 2015 Halo Awards will be simulcast at 7 p.m. on November 29th on Nickelodeon, T-Nick, Nicktoons, TV Land, CMT, Nick.com, and the Nick app.
The Walk the Moon concert is included in admission to Universal Studios Florida and will take place at the Music Plaza stage at 7 p.m.
The only song that I know of this band is, of course, Shut Up and Dance.
Oh.
That's their song. So.
Okay, yeah. I think that's about it for me, too.
So would you go for a free concert like this?
A free concert is, a free concert's always fun. So yeah, I would.
Yeah, I might go to it. I don't know.
Shut up and dance with me.
Is that what you're gonna do when you go over there?
Yes.
You're going to yell, no, everyone shut up and dance, okay?
It is cool that it's included with admission because Walk the Moon is very popular.
It's very, very popular. And I'm wondering if Nick Cannon will be there too.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Gotta go and find out.
Yep. Now, SeaWorld Orlando and Busch Gardens Tampa have released their calendar of events for 2016.
All events at SeaWorld are included in park admission. Returning events include Wild Days, Bands Brew and Barbecue, Praise Wave, Viva La Musica, Summer Nights, Halloween Spectacular, and the Christmas Celebration.
Busch Gardens Tampa events include Real Music, the Food and Wine Festival, Summer Nights, Jack Hanna Weekend, and Christmas Town.
From now until January 5th, SeaWorld is offering a $30 savings on annual passes.
Busch Gardens is now selling their 2016 Fun Card, which lets guests pay for a day and get all of 2016 free, plus the remainder of 2015.
Both parks have also released the official logos for their new roller coasters opening next year. Here's a look at SeaWorld's Mako coaster and Busch Gardens' Cobra's Curse.
Yes, I'm excited for these coasters. The logos look great.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be huge. I can't wait for Mako to open.
I was just at SeaWorld the other day, and construction for Mako really hasn't gone vertical that much. It's a lot of site work, and they're just kind of getting the pathway cleared right now.
It's still a lot of underground building from the ground up work, but they are there every day working. I noticed
a ton of workers out there.
It blocks a lot of traffic backstage for me, but yes, it's so huge. And all of the events at SeaWorld and Busch Gardens always included with admission.
And that's always the best thing. I love that. And Cobra's Curse, that coaster's moving along quickly. They've already got track out there.
I haven't seen pictures or anything.
I've seen a couple of photos, and the track is already put into place. I feel like that they'll probably open that one first.
Possibly.
I think that's actually scheduled to open in spring, and then Mako's for summer. So I can't wait. It's going to be the fun couple of months for coaster fans in Orlando.
Wouldn't it have been cool to have a house based on the classic horror movie Scream at Halloween Horror Nights 25? Well, you may have walked right through it without even realizing it.
Of course, there was no Scream house at Halloween Horror Nights this year, and all of this is speculation pulled from evidence found scattered around the internet. But the rumor is the Purge house wasn't originally supposed to exist because it took Scream's spot.
For the full story and other Halloween Horror Nights speculations, check out the Rumor Queue, Why Scream Was Cut from Halloween Horror Nights 25, and Revisiting Halloween Horror Night Vaults, the story behind a Halloween Horror Nights online fan community on our blog.
Yes. This is something, the Scream thing is something I've been hearing about since before the event even began.
Right.
Was that they were originally supposed to do Scream. And from what I understand, there may have been an issue between Universal and I think MTV over what version of Scream they were going to do. Like Universal wanted to do it based on the films, but MTV wanted to be done based off their TV show.
So they went the safe way and did the Purge.
Yes, which it kind of fits to be honest.
It's true.
I mean, because Scream based in houses, first Purge movie based in houses. So the fact that they already built these sets. The transition was, if this is all true, made it a little easier.
Well, and the Purge is a little bit more relevant right now, I think, so.
Yes, but for me personally, I would have loved to see a Scream house, especially since Wes Craven passed away. It would have been a nice honor to him and his legacy, but we still at least got Freddy, so that's still honoring him.
Hello, everybody. It's Hidden Mickey of the Week time. Let's go to Spaceship Earth on the ride. Across from the Islamic scholars, on a wall to your left, are shelves with cubbyholes full of scrolls and books. And one of the last cubbyholes you pass before you leave the scene, the round ends of 3 stacked scrolls lying horizontally form a classic Mickey. It's on the second shelf up from the bottom, in the right lower corner of the second cubbyhole from the right wall. Take a look.
Fun Spot America. More thrills, more value, more memories. Now's the time to ride Orlando's only wooden coaster. Go on the Freedom Flyer. Drive the elevated go-kart tracks. We've got the all-new Screamer. Also new, Water Wars. New games like Transformers and Dirty Driving. Visit Gator Spot and see more than 100 live alligators. Less than half the price of the big parks, Orlando and Kissimmee.
Come on out to Fun Spot, where it's huge!
The Artegon Marketplace on iDrive opened its doors a year ago, and they are already adding enhancements and expanding.
We sent our new reporter Julie out to bring you this report.
Hey everyone, it's Julie. We're here at the Artegon Marketplace, the anti-mall. It's their 1-year anniversary, and they're getting ready to show us some of the changes and surprises in store. Let's head on in. Artegon is just about a year old. Why don't you tell us about some of the changes and some of the things we have to look forward to?
Great. Well, I don't know the last time you were here, but if you remember, all of our artisans were in booths. It was very heavy. It was a lot of metal. We since changed that. Every artisan now has a unique facade created by our in-house visual merchandising team. And we have about 80 booths through the property that all have this unique look. Besides that, we have an array of new retail in line, from Gods and Monsters to an indoor trampoline park, Sky Zone. So it's kind of like artisan meets entertainment. So it's really exciting. It's like a unique amusement attraction for the shopper.
Tell me about what are some experiences that we can look forward to?
Okay, so early 2016, we are launching Orlando's first NYZ Apocalypse. It's actually a laser tag survival zombie experience. You actually fight zombies, live zombies. Yes.
I love it. So is it every man for itself, or do I need to get a crew together?
I would start assembling a crew, absolutely.
Okay, I'm taking applications now. So talk to me about dining here. What can people look forward to that's different from maybe a mall food court?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that. So in 2016, we're going to announce Eat Street, which is a food hall here at Artegon. So we're going to break through that back wall, and you're going to see organic, local, true chefs creating all unique bites. Besides that, we're also introducing a farmer's market. So that'll be a few days a week where you can actually go. We spoke to a lot of chefs in the area, and they'll come and purchase produce, and yeah, we're very excited about that.
So this is one of my favorite new things here. This is a postcard station, and you can write a postcard and they'll take care of mailing it for you. So I'm gonna write a postcard to my mother. She says I don't write enough. All right, I'm just gonna put it in. Back to being her favorite daughter. So this right here is something that's new. This is a demonstration station. So every day, one of the artisans at any one of the booths will be at the station, and you can watch them work, you can interact with them, ask them questions, they'll show you their process, and it's a 360 experience, so you can be anywhere. And when you're done, you can go to this wall here. They change this out every day. This is just from today, and there's chalk all along the wall, so you can add what inspires you. So I'm gonna go run and add what inspires me. The show. There is art everywhere here. In addition to the co-op pop-up shop that will rotate out the artwork every couple months, this right here, there's just art all along these walls. And it goes all the way down this entire aisle. So there's always something to look at here. It's bright, it's beautiful, keeps you energized. I'm here at one of the new charging stations, and here's the great thing. You're actually the one doing the work. So I'm gonna get my exercise and I'm gonna get a charge. So here we go. So it's telling me that I'm at full go, and there it goes. It's starting to charge. It takes about a minute or two for 1%. So if you're really low on battery, 10 minutes, you get your cardio in for the day and you can get a charge. In addition to all of the craft shops, there's also a lot of really unique and individual shops here. There's a record store, there's a boomerang shop, and there's this, which is currently the only magic shop in Orlando. It just opened today. Things are a little bit of a work in progress here. There's a lot of great stores open and even more to come. There's also special events, so you can visit their website, artegonmarketplace.com, for more information.
The next time you plan a Disney vacation, book with a travel agency that's been specifically designated as an authorized Disney vacation planner. Unlike some other agencies, many of our agents' exclusive knowledge of Walt Disney World can help you get the most out of your vacation, and the assistance of our travel professionals can help you get a customized Disney vacation that's just right for you, your family, and your budget. Start planning your magical vacation today by visiting mousefantravel.com.
Skip the lines with undercover tourists, crowd calendars, touring plans, and mobile apps. Stop paying full price for your family vacation and visit Undercover Tours today.
As many of you know, in addition to this show, we have a few other weekly shows on our YouTube channel at Attractions Magazine.
Yes, we have Photo Finds, Weekly Rewind, and 3 vlog-style shows. There's Florida E-Ticket, Staycation Kingdom, and Magic City Mayhem. For those of you unfamiliar with vlogging, the shows are unscripted looks at family adventures shot on a single camera.
In case you haven't had a chance to see any of them, we thought we'd let Mikey, Lauren, and Harry, hosts of Magic City Mayhem, do a special segment just for you here.
The trio dressed up and went to this past weekend's Spooky Empire Horror Convention. Let's see what sort of fun they got into.
Hey guys, I'm Mikey, this is Lauren, and that's Harry, and we're Magic City Mayhem, and you can catch us on Wednesdays on Orlando Attractions Magazine's YouTube channel. But today, we're going to Spooky Empire. So we're here at the Hyatt do I have to talk like this the whole episode? Okay. We're at the Hyatt Regency for Spooky Empire. We're about to go into the show floor. I don't even know if it's open yet. But my mustache keeps feeling like it's gonna fall off because I have a sweaty face. And she keeps yelling at me every time I try and stick it back on because she thinks I'm trying to take it off. I'm sticking it back on. We're gonna check out the show floor, Spooky Empire. I'm going to put in the photo right here. How completely awkward was that? Very awkward. So we're here still at Spooky.
Hi.
And we're with my good friend Larissa, and she has a booth here. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I sell a lot of handmade things, and my booth is a collaboration with me and 2 other friends. Some of the things that we do are, like, I make dresses in particular. Like this one glows in the dark.
Whoa.
Which is freaking amazing.
That is awesome.
This shirt actually lights up. And then we sell Star Wars things. There's some hair from a wig, ignore that.
What's the name of your stuff?
Well, my company is called Alien Font.
There it is.
Woo!
Awesome, very cool.
I do sell on Etsy. The best place to reach me is Facebook because we're always on Facebook.
There you go.
And I do as many conventions in Florida as possible. So if you're going to be in Florida at a convention, most likely I'll be there.
Excellent, good stuff. So we're walking around Spooky Empire. Oh, here I go with the voice again, sorry. It's like a themed flea market, almost, with celebrities. And that's where we're at right now. People keep asking us for our photo. Look at that one. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
I don't think it matters.
Well, whoa, that was really loud. There you have it. Oh yeah, the voice. I think I'm losing my mustache. All right. That looks weird. But we're leaving Spooky, and it was spooky and kooky and ooky. And we saw lots of things, and we saw lots of people in costume. And we saw celebrities, but you can't see them because they're not allowed to film them. But now we're leaving. Well, that was our Spooky Empire journey in a nutshell. It's a lot of walking around. We saw a lot of vendors, a lot of people selling stuff. A lot of celebrities were there that we couldn't take a photo of because we didn't want to pay them to take their photo of, and they didn't want to be on camera unless you paid them. So, but we do have this really funny story. We went to go eat at the Spooky Cafe, and we were sitting there in our Cheech and Chong get up, and in comes from NSYNC, Mr. Joey Fatone. Now, if you've watched Lost, you know what a constant is. I've always said that Joey Fatone is kind of like my constant because we run into each other, although he doesn't know who I am, but we always seem to be at the same events throughout town, whether it be a movie theater or a concert or a Magic game or Spooky Empire. Anyway, Joey Fatone comes into the cafe, and this other guy asks us for a picture, so we scoot in for a picture, and then Joey Fatone's like, hey, I'm going to take their picture too. So he takes our picture while this other guy is taking our picture. And he tried to be all sneaky smooth about it. So then I go and I tweet, I think Joey Fatone just tried to sneakily take our picture. And then he kind of checks our phone and he looks at me like, I know that you just tweeted that. But that was kind of funny. Anyway, this is our show in a nutshell. We're Magic City Mayhem. You can find us on Attractions Magazine YouTube channel. Every Wednesday our shows get uploaded. And like we were showing you earlier, it's just Lauren, myself, and Harry. So we usually do things that are more kid-oriented. So Spooky Empire was a little bit out of our comfort zone, but we still had a good time. So what was your favorite thing at Spooky Empire?
I don't know, the costumes, I think.
I like the costumes, as long as they're not store-bought, if they're homemade costumes. And I like the mashup costumes, those are really cool.
Yeah. Also, I liked meeting Matthew Lillard.
And now, back to the show.
When you're visiting Halloween Horror Nights, you'll probably want to buy a souvenir, and the most common ones you see are the t-shirts and tank tops. Of course, the shirts can put quite a dent in your wallet. To avoid spending so much money, if you can, wait until the last few days of the event and even after. Since most of the shirts have the year's specific houses and year printed on them, they have to get rid of them quick, so they put them on sale. Most of the items are half off, plus any discounts you'd be entitled to. This also applies to other limited time events, but of course there's always the risk of selling them out before the sales start. Attractions Magazine is your guide to the world's greatest theme parks and attractions. Get the best information, photos, travel tips, rumors, interviews, and reviews from Attractions Magazine. Whether it's new, unique, big or small, or your theme park favorites, we cover it all in Attractions Magazine. Each issue features Central Florida's thrills and excitement delivered directly to your doorstep. Subscribe today at attractionsmagazine.com. And now for this week's calendar. First up this week, as we mentioned earlier, the Walk the Moon concert is on this Saturday at Universal Orlando.
Shut up and dance with me. Okay, no. The Everything is Possum event is at Legoland, Florida this Sunday, and we'll be there with Elisa's dog, Brody.
Can't wait.
Are you excited? I'm sure not as excited as you are.
I'm so excited. Don't forget to subscribe to our calendar at attractionsmagazine.com.
This week's shout out is to Sarah, Alex, Christine, and Stephen Kennedy from Lancashire. It was great to see you guys at the closing of Twister this past weekend and right here at the show filming.
Yay.
Now we want to thank MEI Travel, our preferred travel agent for cruises, Disney World, Universal, and all your other vacation planning needs. For a free quote with no obligation, visit meitravel.com.
And much thanks to Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of discount tickets to Orlando and California attractions. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com.
And thanks to Fun Spot America, Central Florida's only family-owned theme park. They provide safe, clean fun in Orlando and Kissimmee. Visit fun-spot.com for tickets and more information.
Remember, you can watch a brand new episode of the show each week.
You can also visit attractionsmagazine.com for news and videos throughout the week and find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, and Instagram. Don't forget to download our app to your iPhone and iPad.
If you enjoy our show, please support it by subscribing to our magazine through our website, in our app, or on the Nook.
We also have a new deal with Theme Park Connection. If you spend $100 with them, you'll get a free copy of the magazine, and if you spend $250, you'll get a free 1-year subscription. So this Thursday, which is today, it'll be for next week's episode, we are going to be doing a segment over at the Hyatt Regency. Jovan and Jesse are going to be rappelling down a 28-story hotel.
I don't know what they're thinking.
You know, it was so weird because, you know, we sent out a message to all our reporters saying we're looking for someone to rappel down the building, and surprisingly, people said no.
Surprisingly, I know. Said have fun. I've done my fair share of crazy.
So I'm excited to see them do that and film them. I told them, I said, I will do it if no one wants to do it. I understand it's a scary thing. I've done it as a Boy Scout. But then they said the weight limit was 300 pounds, and I was like, good, I'm out. Perfect.
Sorry. Just kidding. Yeah,
I don't have to worry about it.
I was out from the beginning. I will say Jonathan did want to do it, but he wasn't able to get out of work. But Jesse and Jovan, good luck to you. We love you. Have fun.
You're saying it's like they're not going to come back.
They'll be fine.
It's all for a good cause, and we'll learn more details about that in next week's episode for the show.
We do, yes. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you'll tune in again next week.
Until then, visit your local attractions, try something new, rappel, stay safe, but most of all, have fun and shut up and dance.
Secret blooper of the week.
It's a work in progress.
As you can see and hear,
Go ahead now.
as you
Universal Orlando guests can be part of a special taping this weekend. Sorry, that was the end of the sentence.
The Artegon Marketplace on iDrive opened